Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Vinay and we like watching anime. My favorite anime is One Piece, but let's watch some bizarre anime. And we are continuing JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, guys. We are on part 3, Stardust Crusaders. We are on episode 20, and it's been a little bit like JoJo is just pushing to see how far can we take this level of bizarre. Like at this point, we've seen crazy stand abilities, stand users. But we're dealing with a genius baby. Let me say that again. We are dealing with a genius baby, a literal baby, right? And quite honestly, if you get trapped in his stand's ability, which is, by the way, in itself a crazy stand ability, because I think this stand is invincible. If you are in this stand's ability, I think you are as good as dead. It's just literally the plot that keeping our characters. It's literally the plot that's just keeping our characters alive at this point. Like Kakyoin and Polnareff have been inside this so-called dream world that the stand is able to create, and inside this dream world, I don't even think the baby or the stand user needs to be there. But inside this dream world, I think they fuse into some one like incredible monster sort of a stand ability uh, that can overpower you without breaking a sweat. We are in an amusement park, which is quite fitting for a baby. Of course, that's where the baby likes it. But it's just a baby. So right now, I think he can only consider his ability to be used in an amusement park. If this baby is allowed to grow and become even better, sort of like a stand user, I think it's going to be one of the most crazy stand users literally possible in the whole scenarios. Because only Kakyoin is able to figure out like that you have been inside his dream, you hurt yourself, and you can die inside the dream. And he basically has now given himself the suspicion that it's the baby that is traveling with them that is the source of all these uh, kind of bad things that's happening to him. And of course, Joseph, being Joseph, has crashed his plane. 100% success rate. Jotaro is yet to be the person who goes into the dream along with other guys, and so is Joseph because they have not been sleeping around the baby, or I think the baby is not targeting them. But Polnareff and Kakyoin know, and it was terrible for them. Like the dog died. That's crazy. That the baby is not hesitating to kill even a dog. The dog died. Kakyoin was injured. Polnareff was injured. Somehow he got out of that alive. And right now we are in the place where they're in a desert. They're stopped, and they are now. All of them might be sleeping, and Kakyoin might be the only person suspecting the baby. Thing with our group is they do not communicate well. Pretty like this has been established since a long time now. They do not communicate well. Kakyoin has a suspicion on the baby, but he's yet to say that to Jotaro, who might be the most smartest person in their group and also the most strongest person. So he's not communicated to that. He's not communicated to that character. He's not communicated to Joseph. Neither does Polnareff. But they are all. I think. I think with Kakyoin's suspicion, it might be a bit like okay, even if they are caught by the stand. I think Kakyoin is going to find a way to get us out of this dream, even when they are inside the dream, because once you're inside, you're gone. So I'm curious to find out what happens now. But if you want to check out the reaction to the first episode, Death Part 1, there's a link in the description for the playlist of JoJo and all the other anime that I've been watching, and also the games that we've been playing. If you are a gamer, Skyrim, Cyberpunk, I'm really much into these games right now. Check out them as well. Hopefully you'll enjoy it. But let's watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, guys. We are watching episode 20 of Stardust Crusaders. Let's get into it. Okay. Death 13. That's the stand. I don't know why it's called Death 13 though. It's just the tarot cards number name, I guess. 4 weeks, that's 28 days. So we are still halfway there. I think we need to save Jotaro's mom in 50 days, I guess, or somewhere close to that. Is Jotaro noticing something's different? God, all that eating makes me hungry. Might Does it kill you to ask him what's wrong? That's a beautiful sky, like, guys. You won't know how good the sky looks like in the city. Honestly, you have to go out, go camp somewhere, and then you'll find out how beautiful it is. Did I just see a milk, egg yolk, and bananas? Still a baby. Can it speak though? Oh, all right. Wow. Oh, it can move on its own as well. All right. Damn, that's not even a year-old baby. Yep, yep, yep. Say that out loud. There it is. There it is. That's what we want. Yep. When once Jotaro gets to know all this stuff, he might just fake sleep. Oh, how does the baby know all these things? Oh, he ate it. It's in his mouth. It's in his mouth. And since he's gonna feed him, he's not gonna open his mouth. That's gonna give it away. Nice. That's incredibly intelligent of him. See, I think Jotaro is the guy who does not take this lightly. I think he knows there is a way. Hey, hey, hey. He wants it, but he can't eat it. He has to spit out the scorpion first. Okay, it's his hand. Baby Stan. Nice, nice. Finally, some smart play from Kakyoin. Yep, guys. Unfortunately, that might be the case. Oh, really? Oh no. Damn, is it that easy to defeat Kakyoin? Now, do they have to be asleep or do they just have to be unconscious? I'm thinking it's the latter. Damn, it's that easy. Too early for you to say that, buddy. All right, my prediction is he's gonna get hungry and he's gonna crawl out to get the food and since he clearly knows how to behave or move, I think one of the guys is gonna catch him in the act of eating food, and then realize that Kakyoin was like, "That's just me." But wow, uh, I don't know how to say this, but if you've got data, okay, this is just me at this point trying to figure out stuff. If you've got data to make it information, right, you have to present it in a certain way. Does that make sense? Like you got all this data. That's just what it is. I think at this point it's just raw collected data. You have a wound on your arm that says baby stand, right? How you got it? We don't know, but most likely you did it to yourself. That's one. You saw the baby using a safety pin to kill the scorpion and eat it. That's number two. And then, well, you had your own suspicions before as well, and you understand that you remember the dream of falling and falling in that amusement park and then getting injured and going through all this stuff, and even remembering that Polnareff was there. So you got all these points, and this was like a late when Kakyoin was defeated. But I think if you are like, hey guys, look, I'm suspicious of the baby, but hear me out now. This is the reasons, and you presented X, Y, Z in a way, and you're saying you're like not exactly very excited, or because I don't know, excitement might be the wrong word here, but uh, fidgety. Is that would that be the case? Very fidgety, where Kakyoin would be. He's kind of acting paranoid, and when data, when you say stuff like this about an infant, nonetheless, you are the one that will come out as crazy. And then you show that, like, hey, one thing leads to other, and then you're like, oh, hey, look at the wound on my hand, and everybody's like, oh, yeah, you did that to yourself, buddy. You are the crazy person. There's a way to do things. And if you don't do things that way, the correct sort of way, or there might be, let's say, the more effective way, your data is just pointless. It's useless, but only to the eyes of the other people, right? Some people, like I think Jotaro agrees and accepts that, whereas Joseph and Polnareff clearly, outrageously reject that, right? I think Jotaro is just like, you know what? I think what Kakyoin is saying might make sense, but I don't have enough evidence to believe in him. So he's not playing the judge right now. He's like, I'm neutral. We'll find out what that happens. And I think Jotaro might be the person, the sane one here. But we'll find out if he believes in Kakyoin or not. And second step is Kakyoin is so easy to defeat. Like what? He got defeated by one punch at the right place from a stand. Like he got desperate, clearly, and he got defeated so easily. It takes so much effort for the enemies and their stand and their enemy stand abilities and their users to defeat even one of these people, whereas they themselves in between them are just like, whoa. There might be an element of surprise here, which would have taken Kakyoin out. But even if Polnareff didn't do it, we've seen Jotaro defeat Kakyoin and pretty easily. So he's clearly not the strongest one here. So he cannot take actions out of desperation. So I think he has to do it very certainly. But this might be one of the strongest stands that we've encountered, but not the stand users. And it's always been the case. We don't have a stand user that's strong as well as stand itself is strong. And I think that's what's going to separate Dio from all these guys. I think Dio in itself, we know as a vampire, is an incredibly strong person. So you just can't defeat him hand to hand. Even Joseph at this point is too old to have that sort of fight one-on-one battle against Dio. But his stand will always, and I 100% believe his stand will be the craziest stands here. Alright, spit out the Scorpion now. And I think some of them might saw this. What an evil baby. Is eating Scorpion not poisonous? Aw, they were nice enough to wrap him up. Oh, I fear. You guys see that? Kakyoin is not there. And all of them are together. Hmm. Damn, the quality of this anime is so amazing. Even the close-ups are like intense. Stando. I want to say stando so much, but it's just basically stand. And of course, he's eating that. Stan user looks like a vampire. Now, do you believe Jotaro Stan can fight against Death 13? Huh? Huh? Wow! They are got even crazier. Oh wow! So can anything goes? Oh wow! So you can manipulate all the objects. Yeah. Yep. Yep. What was that? Damn, that stand looks amazing. Oh, freaking hell. Should be A. Ah, there's no A. What? Your Star Platinum doesn't come out here. Huh? What? So JoJo stand appears, but it does not fight for him. Eh? I said in the beginning, this stand just pushes you to see how bizarre we can take this. Dreams, the spirit, and guardian. Wow. Oh, wow. Alright, so you always have to keep your stand outside. Now is Kakyo in here though? God, that's an amazing, so well written. That's a beautiful storyline here. Wow. I just can't believe it. I thought Jotaro might. Oh, I've seen enough now. I like that frame just tells me everything. So it's okay. We now know why stands do not come out. Agreed, 100%. We know that stands are the unguarded spirits, so they don't come out. But you can let them in if you already had your stand outside, and then Death 13 pulled you inside. That would have been a different case. Crazy. I just saw the tentacle of Kakyoin stand, so already a spoiler there. But if you've seen that, wow, this stand is so amazing. It's basically unbeatable unless you have your own stand with it, because stands are the only thing that can defeat other stands. And if you don't have a stand, then you don't have a way, and you do not have a way to get to the stand user. Basically, you are lost. You are defeated. You cannot do anything. I just don't see a way out unless you do something like this, which is what Kakyoin did. And maybe Jotaro is in on it, I still believe that Jotaro is not that easy to fool because he was able to summon. I think that was just Stan mocking him, but I don't think Jotaro is that easy to fool. And if he is, I mean, I overestimated Jotaro clearly. But honestly, Kakyoin not there, I suspected something was fishy, and now it makes sense. Kakyoin kind of already was awake or sort of half awake, but already had his stand out, and now he has stand in. Who's stronger between that 13 and the stand? Now, given the information that we had, that we saw for like a split second for the 13, I don't think it's one of the most powerful stands out there. So if you have a stand with yourself, it's easy to defeat him. But if not, tough luck. You're out. You're dying in this amusement park, which in which dream anything goes by Death 13s. I think you are at the mercy of Death 13 to summon or to play with you or to kill you, whatever that can be. I think Death 13 is crazy stand. I honestly think if this guy was not a baby and was an actual stand user, it would have been a much more stronger stand, you know? You know what I think? Like right now, it's more baby centric. He's looking at amusement parks. Maybe if it was a crazy like guy, he could have been in some other place, not amusement parks, you know, where you could die very easily. Like I don't know where you would take it, but it's not amusement park. Maybe some other place like a butchery or something like that. I just think it is possible for the stand to get stronger. But right now it's just a baby and we are at its mercy. We see the tentacle, so let's see what Kakyoin has in store for us. No, it's not. Hierophant Green is strong. And his hairstyle is back. I took it before I fell asleep. That's clever. That's actually clever. You have to get them out. It's a dream world and you still can't beat Hierophant Green. Like I said. Wow. Kakyoin with white hair looks cool. Clearly. I want to hear what Jotaro has to say for him. Just yare yare. Oh. Nah, yeah, exactly. Do not hold back. It's his world. Anything can go. He can do anything. What? Oh, wow. I don't think that hurts, does it? The whole of the world is him. Ah. Head, arms, and the giant scythe. Wow. This anime just leaves me speechless so many times. What? What happened now? Is it inside him already? Yep. Like I thought so. Like it doesn't affect him at all. And he has the Emerald Splash as well. Ooh, tough luck, buddy. You're fighting a crazy stand. Oh, get us out. Wow. Oh, so, wow, what a practical application. You could bring somebody inside, like even a cancer patient, and then heal them. Man, these stand users could earn so much money. That's amazing. In a way, yes. All of these people have some supernatural abilities that they could use for actual good. And he's gonna say that's all a dream. Yeah, I don't think so. Ew. Oh, yeah. Mortally wound you. Ew, do not do this. Please. Oof. Oh, he's evil. He's freaking evil. Oh, I do not. Oh, wow. No. Please, you don't eat him. Uh, only Kakyoin knows what is done. Yep, that's a strong standing. All right. Oh, we're already in Egypt. He's got another plane there. Oh, wow. Secrets even until the end. All right, all right, all right. That was a fitting end to this battle. Honestly, I like Hierophant Green is a stand that is not a body itself, like how Jotaro stand is or Polnareff stand is. I think it's a stand made up of different tapes. Does that make sense? Like, I don't think cutting it helps anyway. Like, you could squeeze it, punch it, maybe that helps, but I don't think I really thought that wouldn't make any difference to Kakyoin stand. And how I don't think the baby is yet to understand how crazy his power is or utilize it because you are in a dream world that you created and you're still losing out. Even though there is a different stand out there, I still think like, nah, you should have come out of that easily. But again, I mentioned this before. A stand is easy to defeat, like our stand, Kakyoin stand, or Kakyoin itself is easy to defeat by our gang. Whereas enemies, nah. It's difficult. And yes, it makes sense because Kakyoin is clever guy. He also has different users. He can shrink his body, he can get his better, and of course, Emerald Green, amazing attack. I think that was a fitting end. But the way that was like forcing a baby to eat poop food, okay. Maybe that's going a little bit too far, but hey, that happened. The show finds ways to get more bizarre every episode, and it just keeps upping the ante every episode. Jotaro had no role in these two episodes whatsoever. Like he wasn't even in the dream the first episode. Second episode he was in the dream, couldn't do anything. Polnareff at least had some role. Joseph again was driving. I think this is the. I was really skeptical. I was thinking maybe Jotaro was the person who kind of believes in Kakyoin, even though he's acting crazy and doing all this stuff. But no, he also got fooled, also got tricked back into the dream world. If Kakyoin hadn't been there and had suspected the baby, it would have gone terribly wrong. The journey would have ended right here in the middle of Saudi Arabian desert. But it's a teamwork. We have an incredible team with incredible stand abilities. I just literally realized like that's an amazing stand ability. Like if this baby, let's say, goes on to become a doctor, like isn't that the most useful ability he has? He doesn't have to operate on anybody. He could be the best surgeon and lifesaver basically. No matter what ailment you go to this person with, to go to this baby with, this grown-up baby, he will just take you to his dream world, heal you out, get back, you are good to go. You could have broken a leg, you could have amputated a leg, you could have had brain surgery, you could have had cancer, you could have had the most terrible disease of all time, and he could still heal you. As long as he can imagine that, visualize that, and put it there. Like, so easy. Same with Jotaro stand. If you really think about it, it's a very precise stand that I think could have, and strong stand, precise and strong stand that has multiple variety of use cases. Military, doctor, mining, construction, lasers, something to do with that. All this kinds of stuff his stand could do. And these people just are battling every single day with other stand users. And yes, right now that's a predicament because we have Jotaro's mom who is caught up in Dio's curse and she has to be alive and Jotaro has to save him. But going forward, like if you have stand ability, you're basically set for life. Like you could do so much, either good or bad in the world, depending on how you want to use your stand, but you could still do loads of good. And I'm just realizing this. Have you thought about this before? Let me know what you think about that in the comments. That was today's episode. We are done with that 13. We moved on from Saudi Arabia. And even though this late in the game, we still have secrets. We still have somebody who we have to meet from Speedwagon family, maybe, I don't know. But we are going on an island different. We are not going to Egypt right away. We still have some time that we want to get and meet this person and find out more about what's happening. But we'll see that in the next episode. Until then, let me know what you think about this episode in the comments, and we'll see you for the next one. Bye bye.